Welcome to another edition of Round 6. This is the 2021 version of Round 6. We want to say Happy New Year to everyone out there. And I'm joined by my esteemed panelists. If you don't know who they are, please allow me to introduce them. First, we have Gary Digital Williams, boxing along the Beltway. We have Juan Blogger Guy Marshall. We have the legendary Henry Discombobulating Jones, the ring announcer. And finally, it goes without saying, we have Left Jab Lamont. We did have a big fight that happened. Probably the last big fight of 2020 was with a young man that's got a lot of buzz, and he calls himself the King, and that would be King Ryan Garcia. Had a fight against Luke Campbell, and one interesting thing about the fight was that Garcia actually got knocked down in the second round.
Wants to, left hand sits the kid down, and that's what he was setting him up for.
And we all know Luke Campbell is a good fighter, but he's not a power guy, and he caught Garcia flush, and Garcia went down in a heap. But the young man got back up and ended up kind of dominating the fight until he hit him with a vicious body shot in the seventh that got Campbell out of there. So let me start with you, Gary Digital Williams. Should we believe the hype about Ryan Garcia?
Well, he's a good fighter, no question about that. He showed a lot of heart coming back from getting knocked down, but he may talk himself into a big fight and talk himself being knocked out if he gets into the ring with Gervonta Davis. In all honesty, he has been saying that he can knock out Davis in two rounds. You have to show me on that one. No question about it. But he's a good fighter, though. I do like watching him. And again, he showed a lot of heart against Luke Campbell. No question.
Who do you guys want? Who do you guys want? Which one? We want Tank. We want Tank. You hear this? Let's go. Let's go.
He's good for the game. I like that he's calling out Gervonta Davis. As Digital said, the results might be different than he wants once that finally happens, but this is what you're supposed to do. You know, he wants the big money fights. He wants to smoke. You know, he says that bring on all comers. You know, he has De La Hoya backing him. And these are the fights that we need to see, and we need to see him right now. He, as you said, has a great following. He's kind of like the Justin Bieber of boxing. You know, so to see what his plateau is. If I was his brain trust, I would go a different route other than calling out Tank. But, you know, he wants to prove himself. So he's coming into his man weight, as I see it. He's getting stronger. And all these things will serve him well to a point.
With Canelo now out of the fold for Golden Boy, Ryan Garcia is the new Golden Goose. He's carrying the flag for Golden Boy. He is their most popular fighter, their most marketable fighter. Can you tell me the pros and cons of that as this young man's moving forward?
The pros of it is the fact that Golden Boy within themselves know how to market. They did the same thing with Canelo. They market him very well, and also Canelo can fight. With Garcia, his fighting ability he has the potential to be that guy that you actually want to see in the ring. But for now, what he is, he's the guy that can really talk himself into getting a big fight. And that's what he's doing on the market side and the business side of the sport. You know, he's using his mouth to actually getting enough wins inside the ring without really fighting a whole lot of top caliber fighters. He's doing exactly what Golden Boy wants him to do. What Golden Boy is going to be cautious of is putting him in that big fight early and to diminish all that marketing talent that they have to keep things going, and it'll wash it out if he gets in the ring with the wrong person.
I don't know if he's ready for Tank Davis yet. I really don't. Tank presents a different kind of challenge for him. I think that maybe a Devin Haney would be a better matchup for him right now, but that's no walk in the park for him either. So I think Discombobulating Jones made that point that, you know, he likes the fact that he's calling out everybody. That is what I think boxing needs, and obviously us fans want to see the best go against the best. But you also have to be very careful about who you select next, because it can go, it can take a wrong turn in quick, fast, and in a hurry.
To move forward to the first kind of big card that we have, it's a Showtime card, and it's headlined by Angelo Leo, who is the champ at 122, another one of those weight classes that's percolating, you know, from 122, really from 118 to 147, man. There's some great fighters out there. So you have Angelo Leo going up against Stephen Cool Boy Fulton Jr., one of those Philly fighters. And this is an exciting fight, guys, because both these young men are undefeated and it's for a world title.
I met Cool Boy Fulton in Philly when I attended the Julian Williams fight, and when he got stopped defending his title by Banana Rosario. And he impressed me as being very mature, sure of himself. As you've seen, he's been given color commentary positions, and he's done well. So he not only talks the talk, he walks the walk. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Cool Boy Fulton.
I seen Leo fight a few times, and Leo is a tough guy. You know, he's going to bring some hammers down, and I seen Fulton get caught a few times and had to shake the cobwebs off. But I think that if he does a lot more boxing than trying to brawl with Leo, I think he can win this fight if he stays to being a technical fighter and a boxer rather than a brawler.
It's a pick'em fight, no question about that. I agree with Henry though. I like Fulton's technical skill. You know, seeing him at the Eagle Bank Arena, I was impressed with him, and I'm gonna go for the slight upset. I'm going with Fulton with this one.
If Cool Boy stays technical with his boxing and stays on the outside, he should do very well. I expect Leo to come forward. I like his skills and all that, but I'm gonna go the opposite direction with my pick as well. I'm gonna pick Leo to go the distance and in a close but unanimous decision win over Cool Boy.
I'm going to take Leo to defend his title against Fulton and get a unanimous decision in a tight, close fight. The second big fight that's coming up in this month is a fight at Super Middleweight, and it features Caleb Plant against Caleb Truax. Two Calebs, how strange is that? But I think everybody's eyes are going to be on Plant. He's a guy that's got a lot of buzz, PBC fighter, has fought on Fox. Henry, Discombobulating Jones, Plant, Truax, what do you think?
Absolutely, you're right. That somebody named Caleb is going to win. And I'm going to go with Caleb Plant. I think he has the greater upside. He's in talks for big money bouts, so he can't afford to slip up against a journeyman who Caleb Truax has become. I think that he's looking at a guy named David Benavidez for a big money fight, possibly Canelo, who's the cash cow. So I'm gonna go with Caleb Plant. His punching power has been impressive to me, so I'm gonna go with him by KO.
Caleb Plant is just too much for him when it comes to actually putting it inside the ring and putting in the work. Truax probably had his days at one time when he was at the top of the game, but now I think things they flip-flop now. It's Caleb Plant's time, and I think he will get a stoppage. It might be a late round stoppage, or it's going to go past half of the rounds. So I'm going with Caleb Plant.
Digital, what do you think? Plant, Truax.
Yep, going with Plant. We'll have late round stoppage as well. I think he's a really good boxer. He's coming to his own. And by the way, it's nice to see our very own Damon Nicholson sparring with him to get ready for this fight. So I'm going with Caleb Plant by late round knockout.
Okay, left jab, Plant, Truax.
I'm with the guys. Plant, Sweet Hands by TKO. I think his fast hands will be a difference over somebody who's been through a lot of tough fights in the form of Truax, and he's had his day, but now it's a different day. Plant, late round TKO to set up bigger fights for him later on this year.
Plant, definitely one of those fighters that we have to keep our eye on 2021. He is on the precipice of some really big fights. Him and Benavidez would be oh my goodness, that would be a monster fight. No doubt him and Canelo would be a monster fight. Plant has all the intangibles, great backstory coming out of Nashville, Tennessee, very marketable. PBC, like you said, Juan, PBC know what they're doing, and they're really trying to promote this young man, and that's going to do it for this edition of Round 6, the first Round 6 of 2021. We want to wish everybody a happy new year and great blessings and great health and great wealth in this new year.
Absolutely.
And if you want to check out the show, go to dmvsports1.com. Go to DMV Sports 1 on YouTube. It'll be there. Check all your social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook. We'll get the word out. Round 6, check it out. We're going to have a good time representing DMV. Thanks for joining us.